Hi and welcome to my channel. I just wanted to make another video, but this time on manifesting in 2025. So my son and I were planning a trip to Glastonbury. It was a 2-hour drive. And as I was packing up all of our things for our trip, little snacks and water bottles to fill in Glastonbury, I put this little thought out there to the universe and I said, all I really want today is to find my son a brand new pair of shoes. Now this shouldn't be too much to ask for, but I don't really do big cities in the UK. And there's not really like sporting goods stores all around here, in all these beautiful little towns. So I thought, I'm just gonna ask for a miracle. Put it out there, let it go. Got to Glastonbury. And I said to my son, hey, you wanna look at some charity shops and see if we can find you some shoes? And he said, sure. So we went through a bunch of stores and nothing was there, but went into some beautiful little shops and checked out the angel cards and all these beautiful handmade things. It's like the heart chakra of the world over here in Glastonbury. And anyway, we didn't really find anything. So I said, hey, are you ready to go? You want to go up tour? He says, yeah, I really do. So we started walking up tour, and just before we got to the main street to walk around the corner, it says, the magical charity shop. It's a secret. And I'm thinking, really? It's a secret? So I go, let's go. And he goes, sure. So we walk in and we're in this beautiful store. It's like, you could just tell it's super whimsical, and there's this beautiful lady working there and she's super friendly. And I said, hey, would you happen to have any men's running shoes? Like, just the wildest request, right? She goes, well, I just so happen to have put a brand new pair out today. They're right on top of their box. I said, really? She said, yeah. So I walked over and grabbed them, and they were the exact same color as my son's shoes. I couldn't believe it. And so I walked them over to him and I said, they're an 8.5 UK. And he goes, oh, they're not going to fit. And I said, yeah, they are, because they make different sizes than Canada. He goes, no, they're not going to fit. So he puts a shoe on and he puts his finger near the end. Oh, Mom, it's right near the end of my finger. It's not going to work. I go, but what? No, they're not going to work. So I said, okay, see you later. Put the shoes back, went up tour, had a fabulous experience. And when we were coming down, I said to him, when we bought your shoes, they were 1.5 sizes too big. So they're going to be a little loosey-goosey compared to these new shoes. These ones are really going to fit you perfectly. Do you think you could give it one more try? Like, it's going to be a completely different experience, but they're brand new, they're beautiful, they're your color, obviously. And he said, okay, I'll give it another try. So we walk back in the store. And first I overhear this lady talking to this nice young man. And they're talking about the synchronicities in Glastonbury. And I said, hey, there's not just synchronicities in Glastonbury. I have synchronicities all throughout my life. You want to hear one? And they said, sure. So I told them about these shoes. Meanwhile, my son was putting on the shoes, except this time he tried them both on, tied them both up. He's walking around the store, and me and these two characters are talking, and we're just having the greatest time. We're talking about getting out of the matrix. We're talking about like working as little as possible. Talking about how we can effectively make a difference in people's lives. It was just glorious conversation. Anyway, my son comes back and he says, Mom, they're perfect. I said, I know. That's how I manifest. I mean, what are the chances of being in this tiny little town, in this little last-minute store, the secret charity shop? And these two people and I are having the greatest conversation ever. Anyway, so I said, so what kind of deal are you going to give me on the shoes? And she says, well, since I just put them out today, I'm the only one who knows the price. So she goes, I'm going to give them to you for half price. I said, of course you are. Because that's exactly what I wanted to pay for them. And my son had this huge smile on his face, and they were both smiling. And it was just the most awesome conversation ever. Couldn't have asked for a better day.